Hi everyone, it's time for today's video based on New York Times connection game. It's basically a game where you create four groups of four words from 16 given words. You have seen the thumbnail, so you know what the first group we are discussing is. Watch to the end of this video and I will also tell you the other three groups of four words, what each word means, and what they have in common. The following are all web browser menus. The first one is file. Now, file is an interesting one because file is a noun and a verb. So I'm going to give you a very kind of a one that you've never heard probably, and that's to file your nails. When you file your nails, you use this thing to smooth your nails. That's called file. Then you file a line. You can file a line, right? So that, stay in one line. That's kind of file a line. Then, of course, you can file something. Did you file that? Did you record that? Did you put that in a document? And then, so those are verbs. And then, of course, in a web browser, there's a file and whatever, that's file. But file, here's the file for the case you were asking me, right? File, like a bunch of papers in a folder, that's a file. On your computer, of course, you have a file, right? That, this is can you send me the file? And it can be anything, it can be a picture, it can be a video, it can be anything that is on your computer, any type of a thing, a document, anything is a file. And then also as a verb, you can say, I'm going to file that. I'm going to memorize that. I'm going to commit that to memory. Okay. And then having something on file. Do you have the number of times this person went to Rome, Italy on file, as in how many on file, as in recorded it? Then we have this thing called web browser menu history. Right? History means, of course, history means stuff that happened in the past, right? What's the history of America? What's the history of Japan? History, right? But you can also have history with somebody. Oh, okay, I see you guys have history. That means that, you had interacted with this person. And in that sense, history doesn't necessarily seem positive. Like, okay, I see you have history. That means that there's some kind of a bad blood or something, especially when say you have history or we have history. That means that, some stuff happened, which I'm not very happy about. Then, like you have a historical, and now it's interesting because history is, H is pronounced because like in English, you can say a man, but when you say umbrella, which is a vowel, say an umbrella. So you say a human and then an hour, but although with H, but the H is not pronounced, so it's hour. But funny thing is that history is an history, which is for what the H is pronounced for sure, and still is an historical document. Okay. And of course, in your web browser, history is the number of, the websites you've been to or your YouTube, where you've been to, you look at somebody's history, that means that everything that they have done. And then, but when you want to say to somebody, we are history, we are through, you are history. And that means that we're done. No more. This is over. Right? That's ancient history. Remember when you used to go and look at cassette? You guys don't even know what that is. History. Oh, that's ancient history. That's so long ago, right? So yeah. The next one, web browser menu, is view. And now to view is, to look. Let's view this situation. Let's look at the situation. But then we have things like, so to view is basically to look. Right? That's pretty much, I don't think there are other meanings. But then view can be noun, like point of view. What's your point of view? What's that you think about the situation? In my view, in my opinion, wow, you got an amazing view. You can see the river, you can see the ocean. Look at my view back here. I can see the ocean, I can see this, whatever, the building, and that's an amazing view. You got really great view here. So yeah. And then window, of course, window is the thing behind me is a window, door, window, and then, but then we have things like in web browser menu window, but then we have things like window of opportunity. This is your window of opportunity that is closing down. You have another 5 days, and if you don't take this opportunity, you don't use this opportunity, your window of opportunity is going to close. So of course, in computers with Windows, everything is window. This is a window, that's a window, everything is a window. That's a computer expression. In your browser, when you say open a new window, that means that keep this thing and then open another window. So yeah, I just wanted to say that I want to appreciate you coming back to my channel, and thank you for watching these videos. I know English can be frustrating. There are a million words, and I've been studying this for more than 40 years, and it doesn't get necessarily easier. It gets harder when you want to master English because it's so confusing, and there are all these laws or these rules that all broken. So the only exception, the only rule in English is that there's only exceptions. So just keep going, keep doing this, keep coming and watching my videos, comment, share, because the thing is that your English is going to be better than the people who were born into it, because you're actively learning while they were just born into it. So keep coming back, keep watching these videos, keep working on in your English, because you're gonna be really good and your English is gonna be better than the people who can. Hey there, friend. Nice to meet you. I am Hamid. Sorry for the interruption. If you are enjoying this video and are looking to take your English fluency and vocabulary to the next level, I've got something special for you. I offer personalized one-on-one coaching sessions tailored to your unique goals and interests. Whether you're focusing on grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, or all around communication skills, I'm here to help you master English in a way that's fun and effective. Ready to elevate your English? Click on the link in the description below to book your session with me today. Let's embark on this journey to English mastery together. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more tips and tricks on mastering English. So these are the following words are features of a pair of jeans. Button. Now button is like, these are buttons on my shirt, right? That's a button. So that's a button. And then, to button is, to button yourself up. Unbutton, so this is to button and then to unbutton. But then we have an expression button down. This person is very buttoned down. They're very strict and rigid, buttoned down, right? Of course, the thing about the button is like the elevator button. You push a button, right? In your computer, everything is a button. You push this button, or you push your keyboard button, or your virtual button. So that's button. And we have an expression, oh, that person is cute as a button, like really, really cute. Button, kind of tiny and cute and adorable. So yeah. And then next one for pair of jeans is fly. Now I've talked about fly a lot. Fly means, of course, fly in jeans is like your fly is open. That's the thing, the zipper. It's a fly. Fly is, of course, to the verb of fly is fly like a bird, or fly in an airplane. I fly American or something, but then fly is the annoying, that's a fly, but the fly can also be an adjective. You're a fly guy, you're pretty cool. And pilot, sometimes they call it fly boy. And then there's an expression, I just want to be a fly on the wall when you meet my parents. But fly, as in fly on the wall, means that I want to witness this very interesting things. And then we have things like fly by night. This is a fly by night company. You can't try them. You can't trust them. And then we have pocket features of pair of jeans as pocket. That's my pocket. This is my pocket here, pocket. And then, if somebody steals something from you, they're picking your pocket, they're taking your wallet or something. That person's called a pickpocket. But then pockets means there's a pockets of poverty, like groups or parts or something of poverty here. Then the thing is, uh, so pocket is like a part of something, right? And then to pocket, he just pocketed that the watch or he pocketed the cookie or something. And the last one is feature of a pair of gene is rivet. Now that's a part of a gene, but also it's like I'm riveted. Like I'm like really amazed at what's happening. It's a riveting experience. This is like, wow, that's amazing what happened there. These are objects in 0, 1, 2, and 3-dimensional space. So that's what the connection game says. Line is the first one. Now it's funny because line, Line, you could say, I'm not lying, as in I'm not lying, but you can say, I'm not lying. So it kind of sounds like that. But line is, of course, just this thing is a line. And then line is what you have. You have also you line up, right? So you line up when you're like going to the bank or something, or get in line, right? Like, I want to complain about this company, get in line, like, line, another word for that is queue, and then queue is queue, queue, line, underline, so line can be, underline something. Line of defense is like, this is the line of defense, so this is where the defense is happening. The next word for these objects is plane. Plane is like this. So the line is like 1 dimension, plane is 2 dimension. So plane, from a geographical point of view, it doesn't have any thickness. It's just plane. Now, plane has many, many meanings. He's just a plain man. He's just very average, nothing very special. This is NE. And then plane, that I just said, that's PLAIN, plain, or plainclothes cop. That means a cop who's not wearing a cop uniform, it's a plainclothes cop. Let me put this plainly. Let me put this is our all PLAIN. Let me pull this in a way that you can understand plainly. Plainly spoken, clearly spoken without any kind of complex things. And then plain sight, hidden in plain sight, like something which is like right in front of your face. It's not hidden, it's hidden in plain sight. But then we have, that's PLAIN, but PLANE, which is this thing, airplane, where you fly with. And then we have like plane of existence, or in this plane, in this realm, in this reality, plane. Then the other objects are point. Point is, of course, called a zero because there's nothing. It doesn't have height, length, width. It doesn't have anything, just one dot. So point can be a dot. And what's your point? What's that you're trying to communicate? Let me point something out to you. Let me show you something. Let me tell you something. Pointed. Pointed means kind of like sharp, pointy, right? This is this pointy head of the pen. Point of no return. So this is the point. So you can point to something. Oh, that's my brother there. You point, right? Don't point at people. No, you tell your child, don't point at people. So that's the verb, that's the noun. I just wanted to point this out. That's, to point out, to point, and then point of no return. And then another object is solid. Solid is a three-dimensional thing, platonic solids, and Like a cube is a solid, a sphere is a solid. So solid is a form of matter. You have liquid, you have gas, you have solid, maybe you have plasma, I don't know. Solid, this offer is solid. They really want you. They're preparing to pay for you. It's a decent salary. This is solid. Can you do me a solid? Which means, can you do me a favor? Can you do me a solid favor? This person is solid. They're very strong and sturdy. And then we have the verb solidify, means to make solid, to become solid. This is how things solidified. This is how things became more actualized, more real. And these are all members of a 60s band. Animal, now animal, like a dog is an animal, a cat is an animal, a human is an animal. But then we have an expression like he's a political animal, right? That means that, he's into politics. Don't be an animal. Don't be so, rude and act badly. He's an animal. He's got a lot of power and a lot of wildness, basically. So the next one, number of a 60s band is a door. So, because that's animals, that's doors. Door, of course, is the thing you open and you close. A big door is a gate. And then we have window, door. And then we have a doorman, is the guy who opens the door for you. Knock on the door, doorway. The next one, a member of a 60s band, is kink. No, I don't know what that is, but kink in general means there's a kink in line. There's a kink. There's a little bit of confusion. Kink. But then kink is used in certain lifestyles, like BDSM is a kink. There are people, kink and fetish are kind of interchangeable. This person is very kinky. And then the last one is supreme. Now, supreme is a member of 60s band. Supreme means, you can get a pizza, like supreme pizza. Supreme means, in America, we have a Supreme Court, which is really a special high-level court. You are supremely intelligent, like really intelligent. I'm supremely surprised. That was a supreme experience. It's all about superb, super amazing. I am supremely surprised. I'm really surprised. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. Please come back tomorrow for more.